Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
In the news tonight, Unity-Fiji election redress may be too late. PM says more political will needed to save environment. And India considers expanding iTech program for Fijians.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Unity-Fiji representative Chonen Dakuvula has filed a legal redress to challenge the outcome of the 2018 general election with the Suva court today. Dakuvula filed a redress against Supervisor of Elections Mohammed Saneem, Fiji First Leader Vorenge Bainimarama, and Fiji First General Secretary Ayaz Said Qayyum. In court today, Dakuvula, who represented himself, was asked whether he has served the legal notice to the respondents. Dakuvula told the High Court judges Angela Wati and Kamal Kumar that Bainimarama is out of the country and cannot be served. He also told court that he will serve the respondents with the notices and also file all necessary affidavits, but needed some time. Judge Wati instructed him that no time extension can be granted and that the petitioner needed to file the legal notice by 4:30 p.m. this afternoon, or else the case will be struck out. He was also asked by the High Court judges to get his petition in proper order and also to get advice from a legal aid lawyer. Dakuvula was also ordered to serve the respondents with a letter stating that they needed to be present in court tomorrow. The case will be called in the Suva High Court tomorrow morning. Opposition members of Parliament were seen outside the Suvavo House this afternoon trying to serve petition to 27 government MPs before the 4:30 p.m. deadline. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama has demanded more political will from world leaders at the COP24 meeting. Bainimarama says the will is needed to tackle the growing issue of climate change and at the same time take a more cohesive approach. Ali Kimbia with the details.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama spoke at a Talano session facilitated by Fiji's high-level climate change champion Inesiri Ratu and stated world leaders must come together.
That there is a disconnect between the Middle East and the Pacific, what the leaders of the Middle East are thinking and what the leaders of the Pacific will face every day. There's a disconnect between what's happening in the real world and what we talk about here.
Bainimarama says there needs to be a sense of urgency when it comes to looking at the reality of climate change.
We need political will from presidents, from prime ministers, from ministers, from NGOs, from civil society, from the business community. We need the political will to do what needs to be done so that our children and grandchildren can be safe tomorrow.
The Prime Minister also spoke at the Adaptation Fund dialogue and reiterated the importance of climate financing.
We must, as a matter of urgency, increase the pool of finance available for this purpose and ensure that it actually flows to show communities in need, to those communities in need.
Given the escalating nature of the climate threat, Bainimarama says it is important to summon the political will of world leaders so that more action is taken. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
The government of India spends 1.5 million Fijian dollars each year to provide short course trainings for 150 Fijians to study in India. Indian High Commissioner to Fiji, Visva Sapkal, says the India Technical and Economic Cooperation Program will enable the trained individuals to return to Fiji and contribute positively to the nation's workforce. Catherine Krishna reports the Indian High Commission in Fiji yesterday celebrated iTech Day in Suva.
The Indian government has vowed to continue providing assistance into Fiji's education sector to strengthen the bilateral relations between the two countries.
IT is an important thing, financial management is another thing, public administration, police department, Fiji Water Authority. A lot of candidates keep going to India and enriching their own experiences and knowledges for applying in Fiji.
The Indian High Commission says they're not only providing short courses but other fields of study as well.
There are 35 scholarships which are long-term training scholarships for doing graduation, post-graduation as well as doctoral courses in India. At present there are 13 Fijians, they are studying in India. Somebody is doing aeronautical engineering, somebody is doing electrical engineering.
Director for the Tourism Ministry, Nanise Onravakavula, says the ITEC program has benefited many Fijians and this will continue for several more years.
We're thankful for the opportunities that are given to our men and women to go and learn new things and come back with the skills and knowledge that they've gained, and also help Fiji develop in terms of everything that they've learned while in India.
The Indian government has been offering more than 300 short courses to Fijians under the ITEC program for more than 5 decades now. To date, over 8,000 Fijians have benefited from this program. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
The Lambasa Sugar Mill officially ceased crushing for the 2018 season today. Mill manager Michael Faktafon tipped the last cane truck at around 2 p.m. The Lambasa Sugar Mill was the first to commence crushing for the 2018 season. With the mill contributing around 44% of the country's total sugar tonnage, there was a lot of expectation riding on this crushing season. FSC targeted that by the end of the crushing season this year, the Lambasa Mill would have crushed 700,000 tons of cane. In terms of output, the Lambasa Mill is higher compared to other mills, with around 4,000 farmers supplying cane to the mill. FSC's national target for this year is to reach over 1.75 million tons of cane. Crushing at the other 2 mills in the country will end this weekend. FSC will reveal the final figures for the crushing season for all 3 sugar mills next week. Still to come, relocated villagers struggling to adapt. And speeding drivers' biggest threat on highways. Details after the break.
Bula, neva ngoma kay leloma, ngongai nakas on dumagrong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya ndo talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Naivango fane na tao nang singa toka kito do talita ka ng Bula FM nambang 2 na sere.
Bula FM nambang 2 na sere.
After a year of relocating to a new place, life is beginning to get back to normal for villagers of Tukuraki in the interior of Ba. For the women, it's been tough leaving behind their homes along with its memories. Eleanor Tarangaivu has more.
Women often face higher risks and greater burdens from the impacts of climate change in our communities. For Anaseni Matalau, being displaced for 5 years due to natural disasters has been a challenge.
I was worried about what we were going to eat. We have left behind all our sources of income and livelihood. As a mother, I was worried about what to feed my family.
Matalau is among 20 other women in Tukuraki who, along with their families, have been relocated 3 kilometers further inland from their old village, which was established in the 1800s. 6 years ago, a massive landslide destroyed their village and killed a young family of 4.
We went through a very difficult time after that landslide. We were forced out of our homes and were told we would relocate here. It was really difficult leaving everything behind.
On this new land, the villagers are starting over. New homes, new resources, and new sources of livelihood.
For income, we sell bananas at the market. Those who know how to weave mats do that and sell it. We are also part of that Rise Beyond the Reef project, where we make handicraft and sell it. We are getting by.
While the events of the past few years will continue to linger in their minds, life continues in the village. Their resilience second to none. Eleanor Turangibio, FBC News.
More than 111,000 drivers have been booked for various traffic offences this year. Director Traffic SSP Mahesh Mishra says their traffic operation for the festive season has started and will continue until mid-January. Pranita Prakash reports.
Statistics reveal that most drivers continue to cop fines for violating the speed limit.
Now, looking at the number of infringement that we have recorded so far on Fiji roads, speeding 54,567, careless driving 5,768. The other offences including seat belt, driving without driving license, and driving with expired driving license, and other running offences, a total of 111,148 traffic infringement we have recorded.
SSP Mahesh Mishra says drivers need to be responsible, especially during this busy festive season.
Our concern is that they need to respect the rule of law, and also they need to ensure to respect other road users. And if they're going to create risk for whilst driving under the influence of alcohol or overspeeding, they are not only endangering their life, the innocent people who are using the road.
SSP Mishra says 66 people have lost their lives on our roads so far. 33 of them died from speeding. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Threats posed by biological weapons are real. While opening the Regional Biological Weapons Convention workshop in Nandi, Defence and National Security Permanent Secretary Osela Waru challenged the participants to work together in eliminating these threats. Felipe Naikaso has more.
These participants from across the region were today reminded the importance of collaboration in the fight against biological weapons.
The world has entered a new era of biological threats due to extraordinary changes brought about by globalization. Growing agricultural demands, the diffusion of advanced biotechnologies, and insufficient reporting of outbreaks.
Biological weapons, also called germ weapons, is the use of biological toxins or infectious agents such as bacteria, viruses and fungi with intent to kill or harm humans, animals or plants as an act of war.
Achieving full universalization of the BWC in the Pacific region is within reach.
In mitigation, public health scholars have proven that response and preparedness strategies have largely shifted from being primarily reactive to traditional biological weapons.
The main purpose also of the workshop is to promote the global benchmark of the convention, and this would be possible through unified effort at all levels of decision making. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Fiji's head of delegation to the annual Western and Central Fisheries Pacific Commission, acting permanent secretary of the Ministry of Fisheries Naipote Katoni-Tambua, has reaffirmed Fiji's position for a collective and holistic approach that supports all sectors. Speaking to delegates at the opening of the commission yesterday, Katoni-Tambua went on to emphasize Fiji's willingness to work with all partners to achieve a common yet beneficial output. He also highlighted key areas on engagement, including the finalization of the outstanding measure on South Pacific albacore target reference points, which Fiji will chair. The Tuna Commission meeting is being held in Honolulu, Hawaii. Coming up in sports later with Jamie, more on our Fiji Sevens team, but Rachel joins you now with business.
Thank you, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Central bankers to focus more on research. And in growing Fiji, more analysis to be conducted on Loma Loma slip. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic.
in business tonight, governments change but central banks stay, serving as an institutional memory and a reservoir of knowledge. Hence, it is vital that they stay at the center of research. This was highlighted by Reserve Bank Governor Arif Ali while opening the inaugural South Pacific Central Banking Research Conference in Suva this morning. Here's more details.
The governor says conveying of central bankers from around the region is a testament of the bold step taken to strengthen their research capacity.
While we acknowledge we do not have access to quality, timely and reliable data in most instances, it should not stop us from simple Excel-based analysis and developing policy solutions based on our unique experience and institutional knowledge.
Co-host Griffin's University representative Parmendra Sharma says research is vital to all economies.
Research papers. That's one good way to build research capacity. And so today's event is about presentation of the working papers that we have been jointly working on.
The outcome of this conference is to ensure 25 working research papers discussed today are published.
Beyond this, of course, these research working papers and the journal articles that we are hoping to have will become a basis for policy formulation and development here in the region. That's the end goal.
The two-day conference has representatives from the reserve banks of Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, Australia and New Zealand.
The telecommunications and media sector performed extremely well last month on the South Pacific Stock Exchange. In its monthly trading report, the sector represented 48.41% of the total market value. This is followed by the manufacturers and wholesale sector, which has 18%. The third largest contributor to market capitalization is the investment sector, which tallied at 17.89%. The overall market performance is also picked up considering the election period. And Sanifa joins us now with the latest from the money world.
Thank you. The Asian stock markets edged ahead this morning as U.S. President Donald Trump sounded upbeat about a trade deal with China. The U.S. dollar is holding near a one-month high against its peers today and was supported by a rebound in U.S. yields, as well as weakness of the British pound battered by uncertainty about Brexit. Closer to home, macro data for the Aussie domestic economy continues to disappoint, with Westpac's consumer confidence reading for December sliding to just 0.1% from the previous month's 2.8%. And when taken with Tuesday's slumping housing price index data, the Aussie's lack of meaningful momentum is less than surprising. Overnight, we'll get the European Union's interest rate decision, followed by their monetary policy statement and U.S. employment data. We'll wait and see how these data releases will impact our Fiji dollar basket in the morning. That's it from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Anifa. On to the exchange rates as it was set this morning. The Fiji dollar was on the rise today, gaining against the Chinese yuan, as well as the greenback, and the other currencies recover with the exception of the Australian and Kiwi dollars, which showed some slippage. Looking at the commodities market, oil was back on the rise, closing at $52.23 per barrel. Gold dropped a few cents to close at $1,244 an ounce, and silver was up at $14.60 an ounce. And in growing Fiji tonight, the Fiji Roads Authority has identified a few options for the repair of the Lomolomo portion of the Transinsula Highway in Savasavu. For months now, the portion of the highway past Lomoloma village towards Savasavu has dropped and continues to slip further. In some parts, it dropped to about 3 to 4 feet. Fiji Roads Authority Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says they have identified options for the repair of the road and they require further analysis to determine which would be the most economical. Moore says assuring motorists that bypass at the slip area is safe and they are exploring all options of traffic, which will require further engineering analysis to confirm its suitability in the long term. For the first time, FRA is monitoring the entire area on a 2-week basis. And that's business for tonight. Jamie joins you now with sports.
Thanks, Rachel, and good evening in sports tonight. Do I expected to leave for USA?
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm a Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Fiji Airways men's 7-star playmaker Jerry Tuwai could be dropping a bombshell soon. The former national sevens team captain is believed to be in negotiations for a professional rugby contract with a club in the USA. Vasnal Prasad with this report.
With the good news came a piece of news that will stun most fans.
It's a tough season, but obviously, we know it's going to be like that. It was even tougher last year when you add in the likes of the Commonwealth Games and the World Cup as well. But look, if we can replicate some of that consistency over the year, those next 8 tournaments, it's going to be tough. Every team is gunning for those top 4 positions.
For new Fiji 7 skipper Kalione Nasoko, their journey continues.
For senior players in the team, it's helped a lot in leading the boys. I think there's no pressure at all because they were there.
Beba is expected to meet with FRU and discuss on Tuwai's future.
Flying Fijians loose forward William Emata was at his best, playing at number 8 for Edinburgh against Newcastle Falcons in the Champions Cup. The Fiji Sevens Olympic gold medalist had a hand in 3 tries in Edinburgh's 31-13 win. 12 provinces and over 340 girls are participating in the National Provincial Championship Girls Sevens at Nandi's Prince Charles Park. In its second year, the tournament features 32 teams in the under 15, 17 and 19 grades. Vasnal Prasad reports.
It was a colourful day at Prince Charles Park with young sportswomen from around the country gathered at Jet Set Town to be part of the much-awaited Sevens tournament.
It's an opportunity here for us to also identify what sort of areas we can target our areas of work in terms of developing rugby at grassroots level.
The response from coaches of the local teams have been positive.
I think that the tournament it's an amazing tournament so far. I believe that a lot of teams are here today and they've shown a lot of skills and a lot of their talents on the ground. And above all, I think that all the females here today have really enjoyed themselves.
There has been an increase of 20 more schools participating this year compared to 12 last year, and the young teams have promised to come out stronger in 2019.
I think that when we all go back home, we'll take a little piece of today and hopefully try to improve and come back next year. Well, we are all looking forward to coming back next year.
This tournament is a big boost for the FRU development coaches to scout raw and hidden talents from our future female ruggers. Vasnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The Australian country team has been dominating the past 4 days of the 2018 Hockey Invitational Series at the National Hockey Centre in Suva. The Invitational Series tournament is an opportunity for Fiji to develop their skills playing against international teams. The week-long tournament series has helped better prepare the Fiji hockey players for future international tournaments. Fiji team captain Hector Smith Jr. says this tournament is a stepping stone for next year's qualifiers.
Yeah, so we did participate last year. We had a bit more teams last year, apart from Australia. And we're very grateful to Country Hockey Australia for coming down and participating in this tournament. It allows us to actually develop our sport in Fiji.
Liverpool has advanced to the knockout phase of the Champions League after beating Napoli 1-0 in their group match this morning. Mohamed Salah produced another moment of brilliance to fire Liverpool into the next round. Tottenham has also qualified for the last 16 of the Champions League after their match against Barcelona ended in a draw. Ousmane Dembele scored an early goal for Barcelona before Lucas Moura equalized for the Spurs in the 85th minute. Manchester City return to the Champions League tomorrow with an investigation into the alleged racial abuse of star player Raheem Sterling still ongoing. His coach says racism is a deep-rooted problem around the world, and he's proud of Sterling for speaking out. In today's Play of the Day, England men's hockey player Will Callanan scoring one of the best goals of the Men's Hockey World Cup in India in their match against New Zealand. Callanan deflected in a high ball from skipper Phil Roper for a spectacular finish. That's it from sports tonight. Angie joins you later on with weather, and in tonight's new media, check out the unique features of the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 smartphone. That's after the break.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ लुम्बुआ से जैसे फ्रेंडी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Tonight's new media, we check out features of Xiaomi's brilliant sliding camera phone that keeps the screen notch-free. It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope you had a wonderful day. I know most are already in the holiday mood and rounding off things for the year. Well, good luck for that. For today, the weather was a mix between sun and showers. The showers weren't that extreme, it was moderate. Checking the west out for today, a ray of sunshine was witnessed, but light showers and clouds covered that up. Eastwards from Pakaba to Suva, showers and cloudy periods with more showers in store for tonight. And up north, clouds hovering the skies with showers also expected. At sea, it's quite rough as southeast winds will gust 20 to 25 knots. For the tides, high tide at 10:50 p.m. with low tide at 5:14 a.m. Sunrise at 5:36. For tomorrow, there is a change in the weather situation. After such fine and blissful weather, we're in for heavy showers. So always remember your brollies on your way out. Tomorrow's temps, Savu Savu will be the coolest spot with highs of 27 degrees. And looking further on to our favorite Friday, again, we might want to be good friends with our umbrellas as this rain is not going anywhere anytime soon. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji Pulse tonight, we asked, what's your favorite Christmas menu?
This Christmas is goat curry, rice, salad, and some chicken like that.
During Christmas, I like to eat lovo and balsam.
We're planning to have lovo this Christmas.
Obviously lovo. I like anything from the lovo, yeah.
Our favorite food this Xmas is seafood.
Only fish and lolo and some lovo like that.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, a $5.2 million Christmas tree made of gold is said to be Europe's most expensive. Recapping the main stories for tonight, Unity Fiji election redress may be too late. PM says more political will needed to save environment, and former Fiji 7 skipper Jerry Tuwai expected to leave for the USA. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment this week, we're asking, should we continue roping in age group players into the 7 squad? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day sent in by JJ Vunilangi and his cousins all the way from Nambunitika Farm in Vatarova in Vanuatu. An invite to cool off in this hot festive season we're going through. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. And the team and I stay safe. Good night.
मैं नवनीत नंद नम्बुआ से, जैसे फ्रेनी नॉर्थ मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फिजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।